Tim, thank you. Other news we're following tonight, a promise to release video of police shootings earned headlines and high praise about 2 years ago, but the timeline hasn't always lived up to that pledge. Today, more than a month after police shot and killed a 40-year-old man in North Jacksonville, that video is still not being released. On your side's Taylor Levesque joining us live in the newsroom tonight. Taylor, why the wait for this video?
Yeah, the state attorney's office says it hasn't yet authorized the release of the video because it is working to resolve, quote, privacy concerns. Once they sign off on releasing video, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is permitted to release it to the public.
If there's going to be some type of criminal charges imposed on the officers, it may delay that.
Before body camera footage in an officer-involved shooting can be released, First Coast News crime and safety expert Mark Bachman says certain steps must be taken.
When you have officer-involved shootings, the officer usually has the right, according to statutorily, to look at the body camera footage with their attorney. And then, in turn, you have the state attorney's office that's going to review it.
The video in question is from a July 30th officer-involved shooting on the 2300 block of Grunthal Street. Police say 40-year-old Bobby James Brown barricaded himself inside an apartment bathroom, armed with 2 kitchen knives, and threatened to hurt himself and others. Officers say the man eventually came out with the knives. At that point, a taser was deployed and one officer fired his gun, killing Brown.
The officers may not have the benefit of knowing the mental state of the individual they're dealing with. They just may have a call that they have an armed individual that's threatening people with a knife, threatening themselves and threatening everybody around them.
JSO says mental health experts typically respond, but were not available on the weekend.
When you get that kind of call, you immediately think, okay, is this person maybe on some type of substance, or they are actually acutely dealing with something in a mental health way.
Officer-involved shootings are investigated by both JSO and the state attorney's office, and Bachman says at times a 30-day time frame is not realistic.
The investigation has to be thoroughly done to make sure that the officers were warranted in using deadly force, or they weren't.
We reached out to Brown's family but did not hear back, but an online obituary says he was a maintenance worker who loved working outside and is survived by his parents and daughter. No officers were injured in the shooting, and the officer involved was placed on administrative leave while the incident is investigated. In the studio, Taylor Levesque, First Coast News, on your side.